Hi, and welcome to AISD-TV News for the week of December 17th. I'm Sarah Rothschild.
And I'm Kayla Jones. This is the last week before our winter break, and it signals the end of the first semester.
And I am ready. Last week, Lamar High School SOAR Art Club students headed over to the Oakwood Nursing and Rehabilitation Center, located off Randall Mill Road, to do outreach activities with the residents there, making art and music. Each mentee and mentor adopts a resident and continues to see them throughout the school year. They sang songs and worked on painting holiday cards and reindeer.
Johns Elementary third graders took their classroom on the road when they went to Fort Worth and participated with Education in Actions, Trails, Rails, and Cowtown Tales field trip. Students experience concepts they are learning in third grade at the stockyards and at Fort Worth's Cultural District. Students also witnessed the herd of longhorn cattle as they drove through the stockyards and learned how cowboys did their jobs on the cattle drives.
Over at Fitzgerald Elementary, Dr. Marcelo Cavazos, the newly appointed AISD superintendent, was a guest speaker for their Career Day program. Dr. Cavazos shared his background and experiences with his young audience. He then visited a couple of classrooms to the delight of Fitzgerald teachers and students.
Bryant Elementary students recently celebrated a successful food drive by having the opportunity to tape their principal, Mrs. Randy Smith, to the wall. For every 5 food items a student donated, they received 1 piece of tape. In all, over 3,000 items were donated to the food pantry at St. Andrew's Church, filling their pantry and providing food for families in need for the next 3 months. Bryant students had a great time taping Mrs. Smith to the wall while helping out our Arlington community.
Thanks to a technology grant the district received, Speer Elementary now has a class set of iPads that is available to check out for student use. This class was excited to count vertices, edges, and faces of 3-dimensional shapes using the Solids app made available on the iPad.
All grade levels at Dunn Elementary were able to play African drums during a recent assembly. The drums taught team building and how listening to one another that everyone can become in sync to produce something very musical. Besides, who doesn't like a bit of drumming or just making loud noises?
Arlington ISD's first community coat drive had a big donation from the Patterson Kia of Arlington dealership. Here's Anna Hernandez with more.
Here at Morton Elementary, Patterson Kia of Arlington's General Manager Joe Johnson and his staff pulled up in the parking lot with a long line of new Kias filled with over $10,000 worth of new coats for AISD students. Morton Elementary was the first of many elementary schools across the district to receive this donation. I had a chance to talk with Mr. Johnson about how the dealership became involved.
We've been here for just over 2 years, and we were kicking around some different ideas on what we could do during the holidays to maybe make a difference. We had done the North Texas Food Bank early in the year and raised 22,000 meals. And like I said when I talked earlier, I've got 2 little kids. I got an 8-year-old boy and a 5-year-old girl, and we know how important it is to meet the needs of the community. My kids go to public school in Fort Worth. And so we really feel fortunate to participate. And when we heard, we talked about a coat drive, and we heard that AISD was doing one, we reached out, and we also reached out to JCPenney's, and they helped us, since they're a Dallas-based business, to give us a deal on the coats. And we just wanted to do something to give back. We feel fortunate to be doing what we're doing, and we believe that's the way the world goes around. So. We're real lucky. We're really the benefactors here. It feels great to give gifts, as you know, and it's nice to see those kids excited. And food and clothing. That's there's no political or religious lines there, and so that's why we target the kids. We think we can really make a difference.
What kind of work did you put in to make this happen?
They gave us 2 hours, 3 hours to call parents, teachers, and try to get some names for the kids that they really needed, that they need some coats. So I know it's a lot of work, but I like what I'm doing, so I'm happy for them.
So you're putting all the names together and getting the sizes?
Exactly, yes.
How did you keep this a secret?
I just talked to parents and teachers, so we all work together.
Julia, how did you feel about getting a new coat?
It feels great, just like a relief that I have something to wear for Christmas, because sometimes my mom, she just tries to get me the best for me, but sometimes we can't find the right size, and it's a dream come true.
Thanks again to Patterson Kia of Arlington for helping the Arlington ISD supply coats to help families in the community to stay warm this winter. The AISD Coats for Kids Community Coat Drive is part of the district's Achieve Today, Excel Tomorrow strategic plan. This is Anna Hernandez reporting from Morton Elementary.
Thanks, Anna. Some of the members from Arlington High School's Fellowship of Christian Athletes were on hand in East Arlington to help out with the Trinity Habitat for Humanity house project. Their part of this project consisted of painting the house and adding in some trim work.
At last Thursday night's AISD Board of Trustees meeting, Arlington Fire Chief Don Crowson officially handed over the keys to a bright red, shiny fire engine to AISD Superintendent Dr. Marcelo Cavazos. This donation will be put to use in AISD's Fire Academy. The truck is a 1998 quality Freightliner pumper and will be used to help train students on basic fire pump theory and operations, fire stream and hose skills, vehicle operation, and other safety operations associated with firefighting equipment.
Also, during the last school board meeting, the new elementary school being built on Sherry Street has been named James and Barbara Adams Elementary. The school will open next fall. Mr. Adams worked in the AISD for 38 years, serving as a teacher, counselor, and administrator at 4 schools before being named principal at Arlington High School, where he remained for 15 years before retiring in 2008. Mrs. Adams also worked in the AISD for 38 years as 6th grade language arts teacher at Hill Elementary. James and Barbara have 2 daughters, Melissa Nicholson and Jennifer Webb. Like their parents, they both teach in the AISD. Melissa teaches at Shore Elementary and Jennifer teaches at Moore Elementary. Congratulations, Mr. and Mrs. Adams.
Here's Hannah with a special report.
Welcome to NFL Play 60 here at Swift Elementary, starring tight end Jason Witten.
It is good to be here, obviously, in Arlington. So many kids that are deserving for this, and so I think it's a great program that the league does, and obviously to be a part of that, and you know, I couldn't say it any better. So it is great to be here, and puts it in perspective when you're in the middle of the season.
How does having kids yourself influence your decision to be here?
Well, it's important. You know, I mean, I know the same things that I'm teaching them. You know, and what they're eating and how they exercise, and encourage them. You have a connection when you have children in that situation, like we all do, and it's special to be a part of it.
Following the assembly, they had a warm-up and then activity stations, which included jump rope challenge, running back cone course, football relay race, toning training, and push-ups and sit-ups.
Back down. One more. Up. Back down. All right, roll back over like a push-up.
And I'm here with Marianne White, the principal of Swift Elementary. Hi, how did you feel whenever you found out that your school won $10,000?
Very excited. Our teachers were ecstatic, and so then we had to announce it a little bit at a time to the students so that they wouldn't get too excited while they were still learning. But we knew that this school would really truly use the funds for outdoor activity, which is what the Play 60 is all about.
I'm Hannah Mecklem, and this is
The City of Arlington's 2013 Animal Essay Contest held a kickoff event at Corey Elementary last week. The contest is open to students who live in Arlington, are in 3rd, 4th, 5th, or 6th grade, and attend either public, private, or homeschool. What will the winners receive? Here's City Council member Sherry Capehart to tell us.
This year, our Animal Essay Contest, we have a new list of prizes for our winners. No longer will we be able to offer U.S. savings bonds because U.S. government doesn't offer those any longer. So this year, Barnes & Noble is one of our corporate partners, as is Educational Employees Credit Union, as is Carrizo Oil and Gas. And so the Employees Credit Union is going to give each winner a $50 savings account. The city will match that with another $50 from the contribution from Carrizo Oil and Gas, so each winner will have a $100 savings account. Barnes & Noble has offered Nooks, and so each winner will receive a Nook, and then Barnes & Noble is also offering them a gift card. And so then we'll also have a reception like we've done every year. They'll come down to the council meeting, get to meet the mayor, the other council members, and the reception will precede that, where we'll recognize the children and their parents and their teachers and principal. And then at EECU, the day that they go to open their savings account, they're going to have some festivities for the children. And then at Barnes & Noble, they're going to ask the children to come. They're going to give them a little instruction on how to use their Nook, and they're going to ask the children to read their essay there in their little stage area. So it's a very unique entry of prizes this year, and we're so happy and delighted for all the corporate partners.
Remember that the deadline ends on January 18th, 2013. Visit arlingtontx.gov/animals for more information on this contest.
I know I participated when I was in 5th grade.
That's cool. I have a cat.
And now, here's Sam Weiger with sports.
Well, it's the final 2012 sports report, and we will end our fall season with how our roundballers did. In girls 4A, Seguin Lady Cougars lost their first home game by 2 points to Mansfield Lake Ridge, but won the second game at home against Red Oak. Next week, they face Ennis and Mansfield Summit. In addition, Seguin will also participate in the Mansfield Rotary Invitational December 27th through the 29th. In girls 3 to 5A, Bowie and Weatherford win both their games to stay on top of the standings. Martin's loss comes from a huge loss to Bowie, 79-26. Next week, Bowie will play Fort Worth Pascal, and then in January will play North Crowley. Turning to boys 3-5A, district play begins with Martin playing Arlington and Weatherford. Bowie will also play Weatherford, then will play North Crowley in January. Sam Houston and North Crowley round out the top 4 teams in this district. Sitting at the top of their district, 15-4A, Seguin Cougars have a dozen wins after beating Kimball 72-63 at the Geico High School Showcase, which happened to be on ESPNU. Next week, Seguin starts district play at home against Ennis, and then will play Mansfield Summit. Seguin boys basketball team is also #1 ranked on the Texas Association of Basketball Coaches Tex Preps Basketball Magazine. Good luck to all of our basketball teams, and have a joyous holiday. Watch lots of sports. I know I will. For AISD-TV Sports, I'm Sam Weiger, and I will see you in the stands. Happy holidays.
Thanks, Sam. Exam days Thursday and Friday for the junior highs and high school, and early dismissal as well.
Plus, you know it's Friday, don't you?
The end of the world? I mean, the end of the Mayan calendar?
I was thinking the end of the first semester.
Either way, we're out of school for a couple weeks.
Teachers report back on January 7th, and students start second semester on an A-Day, Tuesday, January 8th.
For AISD-TV News, I'm Kayla Jones.
And I'm Sarah Rothschild. Have a safe and joyous holiday season.
Happy holidays and Happy New Year.